Hello, welcome back to PlayStation Access. My name is Nathan. I'm here with Dave.
Hello.
Dave, you were very brave earlier on today.
I knew this was going to come up.
Well, you were with me, but you would not play Resident Evil 2, the full remake.
It's because I'm still only halfway through Resident Evil 1, Nath, so I didn't want to spoil any spoilers.
But you've actually... I thought you played Resident Evil 2 back in the old days.
I did. You asked me about this, and I told you that I got to the police station.
And here we are. It's like they've made this for you.
Might only be about 10 minutes into the game, so I couldn't tell you how far. I definitely saw a licker.
Right.
I definitely saw a licker,
Really?
and that might have been where I stopped playing.
Oh, yeah. A skinless being with a long tongue.
Yes,
And
it
Dave is out.
wasn't for me. But no, I did play this back in the day.
Look, saving the game is the same. You use a typewriter.
I know, I really love that little icon for the typewriter as well.
One of the things I do miss is the inventory noises. Beep-loop, beep-loop.
Right, are they not in this? Are they not in this version?
Well, when I play, yes, because I'm going to do that all the time.
Right.
But otherwise, no. So we should explain. This is it's a short section of the game, little demo that we got to play within the Raccoon City Police Department station.
Yeah.
A very memorable bit of the second Resident Evil game, which has been, I was not, even once we'd seen it at the PlayStation Showcase, I was not fully aware of how complete a remake this is.
No.
It's really complete.
It looks amazing. Like, you know, this is as you say, a remake.
Yeah.
They've worked really hard on this. And in fact, we should say, if you remember Resident Evil 2, you won't remember some of the stuff you see in this playthrough.
Right, yeah.
Probably
yeah,
because
the little bits and pieces
things
have changed.
changed,
Some
things have
things
been
are the
added.
same. Some things have changed. No, I played this long time ago.
Many moons ago.
Yes, I did not play it as a retro title. I played it as something you would hire from the local
It was
hiring
contemporary
shop.
to you.
Which I was saying hiring shop because, you know, that's how long ago it was.
It was contemporary to me too, just so you know. I want you to know that.
And so I was playing this just going like, bad area. You know, my mind was just going, bad.
You should be scared now.
It
I mean,
wasn't telling me what.
I mean, look at this. This bit had me on the edge of my seat. Do brave people like this exist?
What do you mean, like Leon?
Yeah, like Leon here. Is anybody entering this scene and going, yeah, well, I guess I'll carry on.
Yeah.
I guess he needs to escape, and this is his only means of escape as far as he's aware. But
there is a bit of a clean-up needed in here.
I just wouldn't escape in this situation. I would just say, well, I live in the police department now.
Yeah,
I live in this well-lit lobby.
By the desk.
By the nice statue of a goddess lady.
And
a typewriter. I just type my thoughts until it's all over.
The thing is, Resident Evil is actually full of people who have done that, Dave, and you get to read their notes.
That's true.
It doesn't always turn out well.
That's true, yeah. Hopefully we're going to see some notes made by others later in the game.
There are lots of Daves.
I must admit, the thing about Resident Evil is, and this is, you know, I said earlier I'm only halfway through Resident Evil 1, and I'm serious. I am actually.
Do you mean like on PS4?
I mean on PS4.
PS1?
I mean on PS4.
Right,
I
okay,
didn't actually. I played like only for about an hour.
I thought you meant like a
PS1.
game you stopped playing 20 years ago.
No.
Like, I'm halfway through.
No, I picked it up again on PS4, and I have been playing through it, and it's the same thing with Resi 7. It's why Resi 7 is so good, is it caught the magic of the original. I've only played the first two, which is that horror. I mean, as someone who's really scared, this is true of me anyway. The horror is outweighed by the intrigue and the puzzles, and that is the special sauce for me of a Resident Evil game.
It's funny going back as well, because this whole area, I mean, for some reason it didn't really ever strike me at the time, but you go in and it's like, some doors have got like differently coloured keys, and you're like, this is a bit weird. Like, why are there like statues with medallions and codes on in the police station? But it's just because that was game logic at the time, I guess.
Yeah, this is a great little scene.
Dude.
This has been done really, really well.
You know, bringing this into the now and having better kind of visuals for this kind of stuff really does make it.
I was going to say, look at his face here. Look at his face. He makes eye contact with Leon or something, and he's just like, oh God, well, I'm going to die.
Contortions.
Oh, it's not good.
Are you all right, mate?
This just was. Yeah, there we go. We can see exactly what's happened there. This just was not possible when Resident Evil 2 was made. And it's incredibly exciting, really.
It does change it as well, though, because it changes it from kind of, I don't know, like stylized look, you know, stylized zombie violence into this is like I mean, that is a man's insides.
They certainly are on the outsides, which is not where the inside should be.
I love that even though this man was under some serious duress, he's put a bit of an effort into the drawings.
I love those drawings so much. They are so good. They're so believable. This was not a nice bit either.
And a running theme. I mean, that wasn't so bad in terms of aiming, but the aiming. The thing is, it looks easy, and I was getting annoyed at myself for missing shots. There's a zombie later on. I basically cut them out.
This is a bad bit. This is a nasty bit.
I got two at once here. Double teamed.
Again, like, back in the day, this would have just been kind of like a bit of writhing. They were sort of like, oh, there's someone on me.
Do you know what I do like about this is that it brings it in line, and I'm going to have to admit to have never playing Resi 4.
Right.
But obviously I've seen Resi 4, and that animation brings this in line with that. Like it's obviously very reminiscent of the chainsaw and zombie attacks that you get on Leon in Resident Evil 4, and I just feel like that's cool. It's kind of bringing it all into. It kind of makes it of a piece. So you can play through if you wanted, Dave. I don't know if you're up for that.
No, not really, because I am terrified of all things. I don't know, Nath, for sure.
Right.
But I don't think the prognosis is good for this policeman.
Oh, he looks extremely unwell.
He goes above and beyond to help Leon here as well.
I know.
He's like, you got to do this. Don't worry about me.
Yeah.
Just save yourself. Gives him some tips.
I would not be picking him up off the ground there, for instance. I'd be,
Yeah. Hell no, look at him, he's
strength.
incredibly pale.
Yeah, he's basically held together by sellotape.
Doesn't he give him his knife as well?
Yeah, that's you spoilers for this cutscene.
Sorry,
No, it's fine.
I know, but it's a famous cutscene to most people.
I've left these cutscenes in because I think they are. It's really interesting to see them being updated, and they're one of the more kind of visually, I guess, like.
It's a good. It's because you were jittering around in there, and I'm not blaming you, but let's be honest, you were jittering around in there like me, and so it's hard for some people to take in the detail that's gone into this game because it's.
Do you know, I've trimmed this gameplay because a lot of the gameplay was me getting used to the camera, which is a bit kind of swingy.
Yeah.
It's quite hard to keep it steady. That's because I think that's partly, that's how they've made the aiming. You have to really wait for that reticule to zoom in.
Yes, it does, doesn't it? It gets smaller.
And as part of that, just walking around and trying to be a bit steady with the torch is quite hard.
That's a great mechanic. I mean, it's not like it's not like Resi invented that or anything, but just that having to wait. When a zombie and they get quite close to you, and you're still having to wait. Like, I need to make sure I hit it in the head. Is a great mechanic and silly and scary, and I hate it.
But what I was going to say about you and Resident Evil earlier on is that even though obviously you are not a horror man,
no,
there are things about this game which really suit you as a personality.
Okay.
Inventory management.
Love it.
You're really meticulous about making sure you've got every item in a room.
I love getting that.
You like looking at maps.
I do.
I mean, there was a few times I've sort of cut them out, but I was just like, I'm sure we'll find a way.
Yeah.
And you were like, but why don't we look at that map that we just picked up and the game probably gave us for a reason?
And the great thing about the map in Resi 2, same as Resi as well, is that it shows you when you've cleared a room of things.
That is very nice.
Because some of these puzzles can get a little abstract, or you do have to remember where things are, or an item you might need. You have to think like, I might need something, some bolt cutters would be good here.
It's
and
good
like
to be
in
able
the
to tick
future,
an
you
item off
find
the
bolt
list.
cutters and you go, where do I need those? It's so good to be able to look at the map and go, like, you've got everything from in here, and look, this door is locked, this door is not locked. I appreciate that a lot, and I think it's because
I think this guy's going to be okay. By the way,
this is foul. This is absolutely horrible. I mean, obviously at first I'm just expecting the jump scare. I can't believe he's doing this. Leon is doing this. That is horrible. Who's come up with that? His jaw is completely detached. But I guess what I like about it is it kind of shows you the beginnings of a liquor there, I guess.
Ooh,
This is horrible as well. Oh, for God's sake. You did walk right into his crotch.
He was hung on a pipe.
By his face.
He's been impaled.
It's why his
on a
face
bit
is
of
turned
guttering.
into a kind of paper bag, unfortunately,
If
when he
you
lands.
dropped a melon,
You'd be getting close to
that's
what
it would
he
look
looks like.
So that's why but then, so what I was saying about you being suited for this game, but that is also why this is how I first played the game. It's a classic someone's at the controls, but it's not very good to play a lone game.
Yeah.
You know, it's great to play this with a couch buddy.
Yes, that's right. But choose them wisely.
What do you mean, Dave?
Well, I just mean, you know, you might get someone like me who's scared and jittery and shouts, or you might get a backseat gamer who's like, just shoot it, just shoot. Oh.
I did extremely badly here, so we're gonna
Just shoot, Nath, just shoot it. No,
people
shoot
around-
her.
I mean,
No,
come
shoot
on.
her, Nath.
The
No, shoot her,
entire
not the wall.
Face was within the reticule, and it still went. One of them, I had an absolute mare with this zombie. And then I tried to stab her. I was like, just give her a bit of a finishing off. So
Go on,
I probably carved Leon's initials into her there. But
She's
then
back.
She's back.
She's back, and she is hungry.
But then that did a bit of that, but a bit of a big stab in the chest.
That's a you
But
know,
look at
a
this.
help. Oh, you've missed on both shoulders again. You've sort of knighted her with bullets.
Yeah, exactly.
Not for the first
And I've
time.
been bitten.
I think you make sure. Oh
Look at
my
this.
god. I like that you've left this in. This is very honest.
I just wanted to make people aware of what I'm like.
And I'll have my knife back. Thank
Yeah,
you very
I will,
much.
yeah. I will need that. And on we go.
Yes,
into
on we
the
go.
rest of the police station. One of the things also that this reminded me that Resi did that I had almost forgotten about was that, you know, like in another game, in another kind of modern action game, going into a police station like this, you'd go through every room once, and you'd
Right.
just be like in and out.
Yeah.
This once we started climbing floors in this, I was like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
like this is 3 hours.
Oh,
this
yeah.
is like, you know,
You're going to get to
backtracking.
know this place.
Yeah,
Real good.
Like this is, and then you're gonna find like a spanner that unlocks a shower room, and then you're gonna find like a key that unlocks a
Yeah.
medallion, or you know, like it goes round and round. She's back, by the way.
Yeah.
She's back.
Yeah. Oh,
And
she's
it's
loving
dark in here now. Yeah, I don't think I cover myself in glory here, but look, I mean, what's she seeing with at this point? You know what I mean?
it. She's just smelling, I think.
I think I got sick of it here. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you got to make sure. Destroy the brain. I don't know how the brain has not been destroyed at this point, but
There we go. I mean, I thought that that we were past the point of no return.
no, you're absolutely right. Like you get to know this place really, really well, and I don't know. Like maybe I'm completely wrong, but I think that it's completely legitimate to play a game like Resi with a guide. You know, like
Ooh.
because it depends to what detail it goes into. You know, but when it's like you go around the corner, there's a zombie. Maybe not, because the joy of it is like coming across someone like this. And I did think you might have just left this guy alone, because he was quite happy looking at the snacks there. A
Yeah.
big man looking at the snacks. I've been there. The thing is, he's done the hard work. He's already smashed the glass. He just couldn't work out how to get into the crisp
He was
packet.
looking for a meaty snack.
This is an exciting room to come across.
I know.
We were looking for something very particular here, and
The
it's not this.
The weapons locker.
It's the weapons locker. This is just all the other lockers,
Yeah, I know.
which they've got a very tight security system there. You can only open the locker if you know the number of the locker,
I know.
which
well,
is
one
written
at-
on
one
the
at a
locker.
time. This
One
was
at a time.
This was a time demo, so I wasn't about to put in every number. If you're frustrated that I haven't looted all of those lockers, but I am interested in getting the shotgun out.
This
one.
is the good stuff. Let's be honest.
It absolutely is. Yeah. Oh, and I just kind of thinking again about that kind of about that backtracking and what you're saying about a guide.
Mm.
I don't know if I because forcing yourself to become familiar with a place like this is the whole point.
Yes. No. Yeah.
And
I know.
You go through it the first time, you're like, oh, which way was it? Oh no, that one is blocked off. And then eventually you have to learn it.
Well, I haven't played either of them with a guide. Well, I've hardly played either of them, but
Look at the hat sliding off his head.
that is nice, isn't it? I mean, horrible, but nice.
And there
Nice,
he
horrible.
goes. There he goes.
I haven't played either of them with a guide, and I love a puzzle. And like I said, that's the only thing that pulls me through Resi, because many people may think this isn't scary. Maybe it isn't, but I find it scary enough to put me off playing it. But the puzzles are what keep me going, and so playing with a guide does kind of kill that puzzle element, I suppose. But I suppose I guess what I mean is that there's a kind of economy to playing in something like this, where you need to know. It's like it's useful to know in this room. Just pick up this thing.
I guess also though, that, like the truth of the situation is, when I first played this, having a game which I would have to play for ages and ages, I had the time to do that. And now, if a game forces me to like learn rooms over and over, you know what I mean, have an internal map of a place and try every item on everything, like maybe that's a bigger ask these days. And in that situation, Dave, I might say that a guide is okay.
I can't believe you went through the hot steam, Nath. Come on.
I know.
How many games have you played? Everybody knows about the hot steam.
I thought it was actually the shower because it was a bit dark in there. That's my only defence.
Like a sort of sideways police shower, where they
All
don't
right.
like, because they keep their hats on and they don't want
you
their.
make a very good point.
Well, you're obviously going to need a crank or something for that shower. You see,
exactly. Yeah. I mean, there are all sorts of.
That's the classic puzzle.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
What's your excuse there? I mean, you just
I mean,
aimed
it
not
felt
at his
to
head
me-
at any point, and
It felt to me like the bullet should have hit his face.
yeah, I'm sure it did feel like that to you.
Again, I mean, you said don't play with someone who says the things you're
That's
now
right.
saying.
I hate that. The classic shadow. We knew it was a mannequin, but
Yeah,
still,
a tiny one as well.
it was a mannequin.
A little life drawing.
But still, and there you go, an ornate key.
Yeah.
God bless.
Bob, where have you left the key?
These.
Well,
Which
3
one was it?
floors up,
Yeah, that's right.
next to my.
You know the mannequin?
Yeah.
There was a liquor there. We had our first look at a liquor,
A
and
window
that is
liquor.
not nice.
No,
Not a nice thing.
it's not pleasant.
I
You're-
don't think I can play it, Nath.
Which window would you board up, Dave?
You see, this is the. Do you know what? It was precisely this that made me think that about using a guide, because I think I've seen at least 4 open windows now.
Yeah.
Which one am I going to block up? Does it matter? Like, if I block
Well,
one up, is that
The
completely
one
useless?
thing I definitely remember from the original Resi 2 is that the liquor comes through one of them. So
Right.
you have to remember that.
Great. Well, I'm not going to be able to remember that.
Look, the consummation. Using the key in the right lock.
Just a word of advice: that is really bad security to
To
put-
colour code
to put the kind of like this key with this door,
in a government building.
especially in a government building. You're absolutely right.
There he is. Look, there she is.
There's our Claire, waiting out in the rain. She's so patient. Look.
I know. She'll be there when we go outside together.
Yes. Unfortunately, I won't be because,
No.
as I said, I'm too scared to
Well,
continue.
we want to do more Let's Plays on the channel, Dave. Maybe this is an excellent opportunity for you to step up.
I'll gladly watch you play this. Yeah. But
Dave's-
seriously, that is what I think is brilliant about Resident Evil.
Resident Evil.
Definitely play it with a friend if you can, or loved one. You know, play it together. It's a brilliant game to be played together.
Well, look, guys, I hope you've enjoyed that. That was our look at Resident Evil 2 Remake on PlayStation 4. Let us know in the comments what you think. Do like this video if you have enjoyed it. Stay tuned to the channel. We still have loads coming up from E3.